What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Fee King Show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Fee King. The Fee King Show goes down because it's going down right now at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 12 noon every Monday. God willing, Wednesday. Where's my light? Y'all, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And then there was light. Woo! The show goes down every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because today's Friday, God willing, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 12 noon. I am claiming that for myself. I am your hostess with the mostest, Fee King. The Fee King Show is all about who are you? Who are you becoming? Who are you? What do you do? What do you do for a living? What do you do for fun? What do you do for impact, for influence? Why? What is your why? And then how in the world are you keeping this thing all together? Because y'all, it is a new norm. I don't know about you. I knew during COVID, I said things are going to change in a way where if you were allowing yourself to walk around with blinders on, you are going to have no choice but to take them off because things are changing. And I think things are changing for the better. Things are changing in a way that's making us uncomfortable. Things are changing in a way that's also making us or creating a space for us to come together. Now, while social media may sometimes feel like it's pushing us further and further apart, I think for many of us, it's going to create an opportunity and more reasons for us to come together. Because this thing called life and living life, I don't know how anyone's doing it alone. I don't know how anyone is living life alone. I am unable. I am unwilling. I am uninterested. I am uninterested. When I moved to Baltimore City in 2018, I was doing Uber. Actually, I was doing Lyft. And I would encounter so many Baltimoreans, particularly young people, but not exclusively, particularly young people who would say no new friends. And all I do is stay in the house because I'm not trying to be out there with them. I'm not trying to get caught up. And I was just like, is that the only option? Is that all that you have access to, or is that all that's available to you? So I'm very interested in if you have subscribed to No New Friends. Let me know. And I sure hope that the Wi-Fi is going to do me right today. Let me know if you can see me because on Instagram it's saying we are still telling your friends. We're letting them know that you're alive. All right. So here we go. Who am I? I am a woman. I am a sister. I am a pet parent. I am a cousin to my favorite cousin on my mother's side. She's no longer with us. She was more like a sister to me. We were 2 years apart. We grew up together. She lived with us at one point when we were teenagers. It was a hot mess. Imagine hormones, and we were raging, we were angry, we were always fighting because we had so much love for one another. We came back together when we were in high school, at the same high school. And we've never lost contact throughout our early 20s, 30s, 40s. And she transitioned May 2nd. So rest in peace, my sweet Rosetta. Let's see. What else? Who am I? I'm a daughter, right? Like I'm someone's daughter. Even though they're no longer here, I'm still their daughter. I am a cousin. I am a fiance. Did I say pet parent? Yeah, he's over there. I love you, Nelson the cat. Whew, what do I do? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I help women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively, get unstuck. And that's what we're going to be talking about today is when's the last time you asked for some help? Like actually said, you know what? I could use some help. I need a hand. Um, I'm in a pickle. I'm in a situation. I'm having a challenge. I'm struggling. Whew. So I help women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively, get unstuck in their physical and their fiscal life. Something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long, long time. Actually, I've been wanting to partner up with my now fiance, who has been a friend for 20 plus years. Really and truly, COVID and my midlife crisis, which I realize is really a midlife reassessment, brought us together in this way. We would not be here together if it were not for my midlife reassessment in 2018. And then the very next, a year and a half later, COVID. It was almost 2 years later, right? Because COVID hit us officially. I know it was around before. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Don't get afraid, y'all. However, I know that it was here before. I heard about it in 2020 because I was in East Asia and I had gotten sick. Once I got back to the States, my niece had been extremely ill over there. Like, it was scary. She was so sick. And here we are today. We're all healthy and we're fine. And so, were it not for those two things happening simultaneously or within a couple years of one another, Sekou and I would not be where we are today. Prior to him having a stroke, by the way, my fiance, Sekou Rice, had a stroke 2 years ago. Prior to him having a stroke, I envisioned us creating something together, working together. And he needed to have his life experience and me have my life experience in order for us to gain more insight, more knowledge, and more life experience in order for us to come together and help other women and men get physically and fiscally fit, because they go hand in hand. No matter how much wealth, financial freedom you attain, if you don't have your health, you are unable to enjoy it. You are unable to experience it. It means nothing if you're not able to move about in the world to actually be the change that you want to be and that you want to see, in order for you to travel, if that's your thing, in order for you to have just the energy to run a business. Good morning, Win__ Hogan. Thank you for being here on Instagram. And so that is what I do. I help women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively, get physically and fiscally fit. And here's the thing. You do not have to be where you're going in order to help other people get from where they are to where they want to be. Sometimes we think we need to know it all. We need to do it all, be it all. We have to know all of the things. And it is impossible. It is impossible for you to know all of the things. You're constantly learning the things every single day if you're open. And I lovingly invite and encourage you to stay open to the possibilities. Why do I do what I do? Because I love myself so much today that it only makes sense to love my sisters exactly where they are. And then how am I keeping this thing all together? And that's the thing. Sometimes social media would have you thinking that based on how someone looks, based on what they say and how they say it, that, ooh, they got it all together. This is what I can tell you. This is what I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. I am in a perpetual state of gratitude. And there's some things going on. I am in a perpetual state of gratitude, and source, which for me is God and the universe, keeps showing me not just every day, many times throughout the day, that God has got me. Simply by someone texting me, someone inviting me, someone sharing something with me. God is like, Fee, I'm connecting the dots with and for you. Fee, stay faithful. Fee, stay in action. Stay proactive. Stay faithful. Stay positive. Stay positive. It is so important, because this thing called life can sometimes feel so heavy to where it'll have you spiraling down what I call the negative road. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. That was my favorite show growing up, The Wizard of Oz, and Dorothy stays so positive. She was like, I just want to go home. So I'm going to keep going down this road, because I believe that at the end of this road, or somewhere within close proximity is home. Dorothy stayed on the road. And what happened when Dorothy was on the road? Dorothy was met with all kind of shenanigans. Dorothy was met with a janky, mean, nasty, evil witch. She was met with the scarecrow. She was met with the Tin Man. She was met with so much support. And she realized, you know what? I'm actually not on this road alone. Dorothy was also open. She had to stay open in order to receive, in order to see, wait a minute, I got the Tin Man. Wait, now I got the scarecrow. What? I got the lion who appeared to be vicious. So I'm not out here all by myself. And if you are listening to the sound of my voice today and you are feeling like you are alone, you are not alone. And then sometimes you actually get to ask for help. You get to ask for help. And if the person or the persons or the organization or the system that you are asking for help is unwilling or unable to help you, guess what? You get to ask someone else. And guess what? You get to not take it personal. That person is just not your person. How am I keeping it all together? Again, I'm in a perpetual state of gratitude. Today we are on day 11 of 30 days. This is my gratitude journal. I also meditate, and a couple days this week, I did not meditate early in the morning because I was up super duper early, took the bus to Jersey. I was working in Jersey. And by the way, I really like Jersey City and Hoboken and Union City, Jersey. So if you know anyone in Jersey City besides Hewling and my girl Erica Jones, Hoboken, I really am digging Jersey. Like, who knew? My best friend Louise is from Newark, Jersey, and I've been to Newark. And so I really like I really like Jersey City, Hoboken, and Union City. So meditation is a big part of my life, and I'm so grateful that Rev Melissa, let's just put up Rev Melissa's banner right now while I talk about her. I'm so grateful that Rev Melissa consistently does a spiritual ceremony around the full moon. Last night and the night before we got to see the moon, I will share photos and videos. That moon was so powerful and so beautiful. I mean, it put me in a different space. And sometimes that's all we need. Those are the things that work for me, to put me in an uplifted, positive. I know I'm on the right track. I know I got this. Space is the full moon, meditation, exercising. It has always worked for me. Not really the full moon because that's new for me, but exercising and meditation, prayer are my how-tos. That is how I keep this thing all together. No matter what, when my mother transitioned, when my cousin transitioned, when everyone, all of the people that I've loved and they have moved on, I have always exercised. Always. It has been the thing that has kept me from losing my mind up in here, up in here. I was not going to lose my mind up in here, because I said, girl, that's what I call myself, girl, you have the tools. You got modalities. So let's go. Woo! Happy Friday. It's the Fee King Show. We are talking about when is the last time you've asked someone for help? So I want to hear from you. Let me check the comments. I want to hear from you. My girl, Fatima West, you know I was about to talk about you. Fatima said, I had to learn to ask for help. It has been a game changer, especially since my small circle is full of quality folks. Woo! Fatima West, I'm going to keep it real. Oh my gosh. Okay. So sometimes when we ask for help, in my mind, I was thinking actually saying, hey, girl, I need help. I've actually asked for help several times within the last 6 months. I've asked for help from Fatima West. How quickly we forget. I've asked for help from Fatima West. And she was just like, she said yes, firstly. And secondly, she was like, Fee, really? Like you were feeling some sort of way about that? Fatima West also says staying positive can be so challenging, but it is a must. Thank you, DR Researcher, joined on Instagram. Amen to that, Fatima. And here's the thing about being positive that many of us, I believe, miss the mark is complaining. Complaining is a negative quality. Complaining is a negative quality. And I'm talking about complaining from the simplest thing. And I still get to catch myself because sometimes we confuse complaining with, I'm just sharing, or I'm just telling you. Be careful. Be careful. I find as I'm out and about in the world, I overhear conversations where people are either on their cell phones, and that's a whole other show. We got to talk about the cell phones in public, y'all. Okay. And I overhear conversations that people are having in banks, in the subway, oh my goodness, on their cell phones, and they're complaining about things like the weather. And when I say complaining, I mean they are going in on it's too hot, it's too cold, it's raining for too long. And I'm like, what is it about human beings that makes it so easy for us to complain about everything? And so if you are interested in strengthening your positivity muscle, right? That's that positivity muscle right there. If you are interested in strengthening that, I lovingly invite you to challenge yourself to be mindful of how often, how many times a day you catch yourself complaining. The food is too cold, it's too hot, the grocery store is too crowded, the subway's too crowded, the subway's late, the bus is late, the bus never showed up. I challenge you to be mindful of how many times you are complaining, and not just complaining to someone, but complaining inside of your own head. Just be open and willing to check in with yourself to just see, am I really doing that? You'll be amazed. And guess what? Now that you know better, you get to shift it. And does it happen overnight? No. Will it happen in 21 days? Rev Melissa was talking about being able to change a habit in 21 days, and that's just not the truth. It's because I believe whoever put that out there and said, you can change a habit in 21 days. I believe that depending upon who you are and depending upon how much of the work you're doing, you can do amazing things overnight. The majority of people are unable to change a habit in 21 days because they're unable to change the habits. They're just, I'm sorry, not unable, they're unwilling. Woo, let me back that up. They are unwilling to do the work. It takes far longer than 21 days for the average person to change a habit and to create a new habit. Fatima says cell phone in public is the worst. Girl, I get tired of hearing myself complaining, so I stop myself in my tracks and change the narrative. Yes, because you have the tools, Fatima, you have the tools. And everyone has access to the tools if you are open and willing. One of the things that I love about Sekou, and he learned this from his mom, is cancel. It's cancel. I was sharing with him. So what he does is if he hears something negative, if he's thinking something negative, if he says something negative, if I say something negative, cancel. That is his thing. And he's like, "Ooh, just get it out of there and keep moving forward." I was sharing with him that my sister shared with me she had jury duty. Now listen, Nikki has gotten out of jury duty, and I'm not going to tell you how and why, but numerous times. So I made a joke and I texted, I said, "Girl, if you don't show up for jury duty this time, you going to jail." And I told Sekou, and he was like, "No, Fee, cancel. And I was like, okay. We also get to know when something is funny and when something is a joke, because if not, then we're going to be canceling all of the comedians. And so I understand what he meant by that. Like, don't put out negativity. And I really was, it was like an inside joke with my sister and I, because both of us have been able to not do jury duty. And honestly, I am really opposed to jury duty. I really am. I think, do y'all want to know what I think? Let me know, because maybe we don't need to go into the jury duty story. Maybe we need to stick with asking for help. And then Fatima says, because I realize what you think continues to drive towards you. Because I realize what I think, yes, continues to drive. So basically, the things that you think, your thoughts are attracting your situation. And so I know that to be true. And honestly, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Y'all want me to keep it real with y'all? Put an R in the comment section if you want me to keep it real with you. I'm going to put an R in here because I'm going to keep it real with you. I believe myself to be extremely optimistic, positive, uh, joyful. And yet lately, I'm like, am I not? Because I'm not really, I don't see it. And maybe it's not happening as fast as I want it to. And that's another thing. Oftentimes we want the results of our actions to show up sooner than they are. And I'm like, okay, so I'm constantly really checking in with my thoughts. And I catch myself quickly and I'm like, nope, cancel, get up, do something that is going to get you closer to your goal, closer to the results that you want. So, what is that thing that you're doing and being and saying and thinking that you believe is getting you closer to your goals, closer to the results that you want? And then, what are some of those results that you want? I'll share a couple of mine. The result that I want for myself and for the world is I want to grow a community that not only says that they want to support and they want to connect, they want to uplift and encourage, inspire and equip, but they actually do it. And I realized for myself that this community that I want to build, it is not, I'm unable to build it alone because it's a community. Hello. Secondly, I don't feel like it's a community that I want to build on Facebook. I really feel like Facebook is amazing. That's where I met Fatima West and so many incredible people. I've met some incredible people on Facebook, on social media in general. I really have, all the way from MySpace. Yes, I'm dating myself. And so it's a community that I don't see it being on Facebook. I see it being a space where people can come and feel safe and actually share and engage and teach. I feel like Facebook is a great place to post, to incite, sometimes controversy. It's a place to share, but a community is more of a place where you live. It's a place where you feel supported to be yourself. You feel supported to say, you know what, I need help with this. I'm struggling with something. And it's one of those things where it's something as simple as, I'll give you an example. What's up, Mr. LRC? Good morning. What's up, handsome? It's something as simple as, when I was working on my book, Amazon has this, it's really a community. And they call it a chat room. And so you would go in there and you would say, how do you do this? Or I'm having a problem with this. And because this community has thousands of authors, people would comment and give you feedback or give you an answer or direct you. And so that is exactly what I and Sekou are now working on together. So then let me segue, natural segue. And we're going to launch that. We said Monday. However, now I'm realizing this community that we're building, it might take a little more time. And so stay tuned. We're going to do a 7-day challenge, but this is going to be a community. And the people who join the 7-day challenge, A, the price is going to be super duper duper low. B, it's going to be a lifetime admission for you. So whatever that is, it's Sekou wants it to be free. And I said no. And let me tell you why. I said no. I said no because there's less value and commitment when you don't pay. When I was a trainer in LA, I wanted my clients to get more cardio in, because in my naive state back then, I really believed that if you did more cardio, you burn more fat. And that's not true. You actually don't burn fat doing cardio. You burn calories. And so I decided to do a free boot camp and it was like a day boot camp. Just, come to UCLA, we would do the stairs, and it was free. And I was so frustrated because no one showed up. None of my clients who were paying me 16 years ago, $69 an hour, none of them would show up. And I was like, wait a minute. And so my partner at the time, Nash, rest in peace, Herman C. Nash, who taught me everything, who was my first friend when I moved to LA outside of my little circle. Nash said, Fee, stop doing ish for free. And I was like, yeah, but he said, watch. He said, we're going to charge and watch how many people show up. And I just knew he was wrong. I was like, whatever. He was right. Those same clients who were not showing up when it was free, they were showing up when we started charging. And we were only charging $10 because it was group. So we literally, some days we'd have 12, 15 people out there paying $10 a head. So it was some nice extra money. And I thought, this is so interesting. I was sharing with Sekou that no, because I don't want to attract people who are always looking for free things, because I'm not always looking for free things. I invest in myself. I invest in my business, and I invest in my spiritual growth. I invest in my physical fitness. I invest in my emotional, mental. And I know that, things are challenging for everyone. However, if you're interested in growing and getting from where you are to where you want to be, it is going to require a monetary investment and an investment of your time. I am on social media, mainly YouTube, for hours a day, investing in myself, learning things that I need to learn in order to get myself from where I am to where I want to be. What's up, Rudy Carter, Pike Fit? So we're talking about, when is the last time you asked someone for help? When is the last time you, Fatima said MySpace. Girl, let me tell you, MySpace, I was everything on MySpace. MySpace, we'll get into it another time. When is the last time you've asked someone for help? So I'm sharing that my fiance and I, Sekou Wrights, are creating a community. And this is going to be one of many communities, because I am still working on my community for women over the age of 40, specifically, yet not exclusively. However, this community that Sekou and I are building, which is I am a badass at being physically and fiscally fit. Say it with me. Put an F in the comments section. I just put an F. I am a badass at being physically and fiscally fit. We're going to be bringing our experience, our tools, our own network, our life experiences together, because my fiance had a stroke in 2022. And so his options of getting a job are not an option. He is going to use his talents, his skills, his network, and his life experiences to help you do what he's been able to do for himself, which I am so impressed. I am so impressed with what Sekou has been able to do. And here's the other thing I want to share with you that I am so impressed. And I'm not there yet. And I realize I don't need to be where he is. But what I do get to do is experience it for myself, which is having no fear around finances. Ooh, say that with me. No fear around finances. Like, he doesn't sit around like I sometimes do, kind of worrying, okay, so where's the money gonna come from? The bills. He just, something happened with the stroke and it took that away from him, which I think is beautiful. He has no fear around finances. That's dope. FF. Let's put an FF in the comments. All right, so let's end this with some hat game and a couple quick announcements. Tomorrow, every Friday, normally every Friday, 7:30 a.m., I will be doing a fitness fundraiser for Fatima West. Her daughter got accepted into Temple University on a partial scholarship. Who knew that a partial scholarship covers this much? This is very little. So we are raising money to keep this baby in school. We are raising money. So I would like for you to say yes, show up for a bomb ass workout so that we can help you get that body from where it is to where you want it to be. It is all possible. However, it requires you to do the work to show up and make a donation of $10, all of it. So I use Fees Fitness Over 40 as a fundraiser for churches, nonprofit organizations, schools, individuals to help you raise money for your cause. All of the monies is going to Fatima West to keep her baby in school, period. So that goes down every Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It didn't happen today. That was my bad, but I'm going to do a do-over tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. I'll be posting and sharing it on social. Fatima West will also be posting and sharing on social media. Lastly, stay tuned for I Am a Badass at Being Physically and Fiscally Fit with Sekou Wrights and Fee King. We will be posting about that today, and I want for you to have a magical day on purpose. I want you to have an amazing, yummy, delicious, positive, possible, productive, positive, healthy, joyful, grateful, healthy, again, I cannot preface enough, healthy and active life on purpose. I am Fee King, your local fitness go-to girl. And I will see you, God willing, on the other side of health and wellness. That means I will see you and you and you and you Monday. We're out. Peace.